Everyone has that one friend who's always hopping from place to place, who never seems to hold down a steady job, and whose life seems a little bit fabulous, but also a little bit of a hot mess at the same time. I'm that friend! Hello, my name is Alicia, and I am going to tell you about something that makes my life pretty fabulous. I am a semi-full-time house sitter, part-time house sitter, and I have been house sitting for 2 years. And today I am going to tell you 5 steps to become a house sitter. So first of all, what is a house sitter? A house sitter is a person who takes care of people's houses while they are away. So if, for example, if the owner goes on vacation, the house sitter would come in, they would live in the house, they would make sure that the house isn't sitting empty, which could make the house potentially a target for criminals. And they also water plants, they collect mail, they basically do whatever tasks the homeowner might do if they were there. So the vast majority of house sits have pet sitting as well. And what you do for that is just take care of people's dogs, cats, chickens, fish. The first step in becoming a house sitter is first see if house sitting is right for you. You may not like it. You may not want to live in other people's houses. So first, do some soul searching. Ask yourself, am I an organized person? Do I like people? Do I like animals? Do I have the patience to constantly apply for house sits? Do I have money? Do I have money for food or transportation to get to the house sit? Do I adapt well to new situations? Am I generally a neat and tidy person? Do I follow instructions well? Do I communicate well? I like being in different places. I like being able to change my surroundings. I like to be able to choose, if I want to go to a different city, I can try it out. And some people don't like that. Some people prefer to stay at home. They prefer to maybe stay in hotels rather than stay in other people's homes. Some people don't like animals. If you don't like animals, then I'm not going to say it's impossible to become a house sitter, but it is going to be a challenge because there are very few house sits that don't require pet care as well. Step number 2. Well, in the house sitting world, trust is everything. Reviews are everything. References are everything. So my step number 2 for you is to get some references. Find some people who can vouch for you. You're meeting strange people on the internet, and they are trusting you to stay in their home with their belongings, with their pets, and not rob them, not do anything shady in their house, not throw big parties. So of course the homeowner is going to want to know who you are, want to know that you can be trusted in their house. So yes, get some references. One thing that I did, I had some experience with a couple of friends watching their cats. I wrote my own reference letters and I sent them to my friends. And then what they did was they submitted these letters, from their email addresses to the house sitting websites. So it was a reference from them, but I wrote it. So, but it wasn't anything that was untrue. So I will say that. And that is very, very helpful. You definitely should have someone who can vouch for you. And that could be former employers, members of your church, someone maybe you babysat for if you did childcare or senior care. Hey, that's still taking care of someone. If you've ever done any sort of domestic work in someone's house, if you've done repairs, if you've cleaned someone's house, anything where you're kind of alone in that person's house, just to show that you're not going to steal things, that you are responsible, reliable. Step 3 is to join some house sitting websites. So there are many house sitting websites out there. I'm going to leave links below of the sites that I use, but I will say that the top 2 sites that I use are Trusted House Sitters and Housesitters America. So Trusted House Sitters is kind of the big boss of all the house sitting websites. The membership price is a little on the steep side. It starts at $129 per year, but if you do one house sit of like a week or so, that will pay for itself. So think of it that way. And I'm going to leave my referral link below, and that will actually save you 25%. And also it will help me out as well. So I hope that you use my link to join. And my second favorite house sitting website is Housesitters America. And that one is based solely in the United States. For a membership with Housesitters America, you will pay $49 a year. There are other sites, however, I have not, as of yet, booked any house sits with those sites. But you may have better luck than I do, so I will leave links for those down below as well. Now, when you join these websites, they are going to have you fill out a profile. Make sure you have a good profile picture. With the profile picture, make sure that it is more conservative looking. So we want to build trust with the homeowners. So if you have a lot of piercings and tattoos and stuff like that, crazy hair colors, try to, I'm not saying don't be yourself, but at the same time, kind of tone it down a little bit. These are a lot of the homeowners, they are from a demographic that tends to be more conservative, and they may not like it if you have teardrop tattoos on your face. I don't know. Make sure that you are filling out the profile completely. Answer all the questions that you can answer. Try to make yourself sound friendly and approachable and likable. Talk about your experience with animals. Or, just an honest, decent, good person. It's very important. If you can get pictures of yourself with animals, that would be very good as well for your profiles. So, you've got your profile, you've got your picture, everything looks good, everything is ready, you're looking like a superstar. So what do you think the next step is? You are scrolling through the website, looking for that perfect, beautiful house sit in a mountain somewhere. So your next step is apply! Apply, dang it! Before you apply to any house sit, I want you to kind of think about what you are looking for, what types of house sits you would like to do. Would you like to go to the beach? Would you like to be in the city? Would you prefer to be in the suburbs or on a farm somewhere? What types of pets would you prefer to take care of? Some people are dog people, some people are cat people. Personally, right now, I am only a cat lady. The length of the house sits, you may not want to do a 3-month house sit, or you may not want to do a house sit that is 1 or 2 days. Those aren't so common, but you will see that. I saw one house sit that was 1 day on Trusted House Sitters, and I'm like, what? Really? Okay. Where are the houses located? How will you deal with transportation to and from the house sit itself, and then also going around the city? How will you go shopping? How will you get food? The application process is essentially the homeowner will list their house sit. They will provide pictures of the house. They will provide pictures of the pets. They will list what dates they need a house sitter for, and they will go into the responsibilities of the house sit. For example, they may say, I need a house sitter to walk my dog 3 times a day, and he takes medication, so I need you to administer the medication. I need someone to water my plants while I'm gone. I have maintenance people coming to the house on this date. I need you to be at the house so that you can let them in. It runs the gamut. Once you've read over the listing, you see everything looks to your satisfaction, go ahead and apply. Click apply, and then what you'll do is essentially just write them an email, introduce yourself, go into a little bit about hopefully why you would like to do this house sit. Maybe talk about the location, talk about maybe the pets. Oh, I think, I love this breed of dog. I love cats. I think your cat is beautiful. I want to take care of your cat. Make sure that you are expressing how good of a job you would do as a house sitter for them. And so it's essentially like a cover letter for a job. The homeowner will review all the applications that have come in. They will want to have some sort of meeting, usually a Zoom call, a Skype call, something like that, just so they can kind of look at you face to face. And then they can decide from there if they want to select you as a house sitter. And when you're first starting out as a house sitter, you don't have any reviews on the websites yet. It's going to be a little bit more difficult to compete with more experienced house sitters. So I would say definitely apply for whatever house sit you want. If you see somewhere on the Virgin Islands, yeah, go ahead and apply for it. The competition is going to be fierce. So you may not get that. I'm just gonna let you down easy, but definitely apply because you never know. But I would say when you're starting out, definitely your best bet is to be a little more flexible in your criteria for one thing. I know when I was first starting out, I would do house sits with 2 dogs and 2 cats or something like that. And now I probably wouldn't choose a house sit like that, just because there's more responsibility. You don't have as much time to actually enjoy the location. If you're in a new city, you want to go out and explore, and you can't really do that if you're at home all day taking care of the animals. So just do those first few house sits, do a great job, and then once you build from there, then you can be a little bit more selective. Think of it this way: it's still a staycation. You are still in someone else's house. You're still getting away from wherever you live now. And oftentimes not always, but oftentimes the houses, at least in my experience, have been much, much nicer than anything that I could have afforded. Just think of it that way. And you are still getting to see a new place and just kind of get away for a while. So you've applied for your house sits. You got your first house sit. Congratulations. Now what do? So step 5 is do a good job and get a stellar review. So how do you do? What does that entail? I would say that the number one thing that homeowners look for is communication. Up in the days leading up to the house sit, let them know, hey, I've booked my flight. If you're flying there, just let them know where you are in the process. Reassure them that you are still coming to the house sit. Cancellation is real. People will cancel in a minute. When you get there, depending on the situation, the homeowner may not be there when you get there. They may leave the keys in a lockbox, and you just have to get the keys out. You go in the house, and that's it. This is the life of a house sitter. When you get into the house, communicate with them. Hey, I'm in the house now. Everything looks great. The pets look good. Most homeowners do want some sort of status updates. I'd say at least every 2 to 3 days. And how I like to do this is usually via text message. I'll send a picture or a video of the pets and just say, hey, it doesn't have to be detailed. Just, hey, everything's okay. Usually I try to include a cute little anecdote about the pets. Oh, the cat did a thing. And it was super cute. Oh my god. That way the homeowner feels more involved. They feel, there's a little piece of home that you're sending them. As you're leaving, make sure that you tell them, hey, I had a wonderful time. So I would say that's number 1 for getting a good review. Also, I like to, it's not bribery, but I do like to leave a little gift. I always leave flowers. Now, of course, you have to be careful with the pets. Sometimes cats eat plants. Make sure that you are getting a type of flower that is pet friendly. But having said that, yes, flowers are always a good choice. You could leave them there, and that way when the homeowner walks in the door, they see these beautiful flowers. Always leave a thank you note. I get my thank you cards at the dollar store. It's nothing fancy, but I just always try to leave something like, thank you for inviting me to your home. Spending time with your pets was a wonderful experience. Bare minimum, flowers and a thank you note. I always do that. Always, of course, leave the house clean. If possible, leave it cleaner than you found it. Even if the homeowner has cleaning people that are coming after you leave, try to leave the house neat and tidy. Do not leave the house a mess, ever. And of course, taking good care of the pets. Do you think that when you leave, the pet would want to see you again? And I've had owners say like, hey, I can tell my dog misses you. So I know that I did a good job. If you can do that, then you will have earned a stellar review. And once you have those reviews, then you can keep going, and it just builds and snowballs from there. Right now, I feel that if I were to apply for a house sit, as long as my timing is right, because usually homeowners will only look at like the first few applications, so you have to be quick. But if I'm quick, I feel that I have a really good shot of getting pretty much virtually any house sit that I apply for. So yes, I would like you to get to that level as well. So there you have it. Those are my 5 steps to become a house sitter. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. I will leave all of the links to everything I discussed today in the description box below. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for watching my video, and I will see you again soon.